Hello and welcome to another episode of The Art of Kicking Ass Elegantly TV. I'm your host, Michelle Hext. This week I'm going to be chatting with you about why it's important to pay attention to who it is that you're hanging out with and why this is going to have either a positive or a negative effect on your business. You'll know just from living your day-to-day life and trying to build your business that there are people that you come in contact with who either are negative, have a negative impact on you and your business, and those that have a really positive impact on you and your business and help you rise and help you lift up. And last week I had a really amazing opportunity to catch up with some amazing female entrepreneurs who are all flying really high at the moment. About a month ago, or maybe a little bit longer actually, I came to the conclusion that, I really needed to find a whole new level of entrepreneurial friends to hang out with. I'd found myself in the position where, I run my own mastermind program for the women that I'm helping to elevate. And, it's my role to inspire them and to guide them, and I love that role. But I also found that even with the other women that I was tending to hang around with, they were looking to me for inspiration, which is great. And on many levels they were inspiring to me too. But what I decided was that if I was going to up-level my life, this year is all about up-leveling the bejesus out of everything in my life, I knew I needed to bring together another group of women that were, beyond where I am right now, but still striving really, really hard. And I knew that, if I could bring together a group of maybe 5 or 6 women, the energy that we all brought to the table, because we're all, aiming really, really high this year, I knew that that would help drive us all forward. And that's what happened. So I pulled together this group. There's 6 of us. 5 of us were able to make it last Thursday, and we spent a few hours sitting by the fireplace with wine in hand, and catching up. And then some of us had dinner that night, and then the next morning we had breakfast before we all headed off to do our individual things. And those individual things were pretty amazing. I went off to run my mastermind program. 2 of the women were judging on a panel for the Entrepreneurial Awards, and another one was heading off to give a talk. So pretty cool bunch of women. And it was really interesting. You think that the first thing that we'd be hanging to talk about would be business, and while there was definitely some of that, there were a few tears, and we all shared our stories and really bonded and connected as women, really know how to do. And we also spoke about this journey that we're on, and also the pressure, the pressure to live a life online, that's inspiring of others, but also, for me, it's really important to keep it real. I'm not going to, post every time, I've got, horrendous PMT or anything like that, although sometimes you will hear me share that. I know that, my role is to inspire women as well as to keep it real. It is important to me to keep it real, and what goes on my social media is my life. I'm not making it out to be anything that it isn't, but, we're all smart enough to know that life is not always perfect, and so we spoke, for a little while about, finding that balance between really keeping it real and also knowing our role is to inspire women. So that was a really cool conversation. And also the conversations about where we're headed, where we're taking our businesses, and, just to have some confirmation from those women to say, oh yeah, you'll do that easy, and for me to be able to help reinforce that message for them. It was really, really valuable for all of us, and we can't wait to catch up. So the lady that couldn't make it is going to make the next one, hopefully. And so we all caught up, and we're going to do it again in Sydney, I think in October. So it's going to be a regular thing for us. And I came away and I spoke to Dave and also to my masterminders the next day and said, I found my people. I really feel like I found my people. And it was such an awesome experience. And I highly recommend for you. One of the things that comes up, not so much in, I'm going to call it my mastermind group, but, the women that I brought together, my my mastermind, sorry, confused myself there. My mastermind group, my Kicking Ass Elegantly mastermind group, and my individual coaching clients, what I find is, they're dealing with a lot of negativity, and it seems to be part and parcel of it, especially in the early days. I don't tend to remember it so much because I don't tolerate bullies and bullshit. And so if there was any negativity, I either ignored it or didn't pick up on it because it wasn't on my radar, or I just sort of removed myself from those people. But I know that, a lot of people do have that negativity. That's what I was trying to say. In the, we'll call it my mastermind, where I'm meeting with like minds, they don't tend to have that because they're kind of where I'm at, and there's no negativity coming. And if there is, it's kind of like, was somebody having a go? I didn't really pick up on it because I'm so focused on where I'm headed, and it's great. It's a great place to be. But if you're experiencing that, it's so important that you surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up, people who are going to tell you it's possible, people who are excited for your success and, are the ones that are saying, is there anything I can do to help? Or, if you ever need a shoulder to lean on, or if you just need to go and grab a coffee or a glass of wine, they're the people that you need to surround yourself with. If you're finding yourself, surrounded by negativity or people, throwing little pot shots at you, just remove yourself from that. You don't need it. This journey can be tough enough sometimes without, we have our own doubts without people, throwing doubt our way and having us take that on too. So, if you, are in a position to be able to join a mastermind like the one that I run with my Kicking Ass Elegantly program, then do that. But if you can't, and you've got the opportunity to connect with people online, these were all women I hadn't met in face-to-face. These were all women that I had been chatting with online. We'd Skyped a little bit, and I knew we all had this, this same drive, and we're all on the same path. That's why I brought us all together. But if you can do the same, look around you and look at, who's a couple of rungs higher than you as far as where they've progressed to, reach out and try and pull a group together and, be of value to each other, support each other. One of the things that we said after Thursday night, and I think it was on the Thursday afternoon, we said, we've got your back, we've got each other's back. And that really feels true for me, and I know I do for those women. And we're a tight little posse now, and we're excited to really drive each other forward and also cry on each other's shoulders when the need arises, and it probably will, or when we're freaking out about our next launch and all the rest of it. So it's going to be a really cool, fun ride. Anyway, put together your own group, buy into one if you can afford to do that. My women masterminders on the Kicking Ass Elegantly program, part of the value of this program is the relationships that they're forming and the support network that brings, especially for the ones that are dealing with negativity in their day-to-day life. Anyway, have an awesome week, and I'll chat with you next week. I'll be chatting with you from Thailand.